Can I show you my favorite pruning tool? I'll show you my two most favorite tools. This is a new line, and I don't get paid for this. Rovi. It's a 40-volt hedge trimmer. I don't know how many times you guys can relate. I used to have corded stuff. How many times have you cut through your cord? Dang, I gotta go get it. I always have an extra plug to put on there because I'm always cutting off my cord. This baby, man, this is... Now the negative with this, it's not as strong as my powered one, my 120 volt. I also have a corded one for the big jobs. But for light pruning, Russian sage, your autumn sages or salvias, perennials, light vines. This is a great tool. It won't go through big woody stuff, so there I convert to my bigger stuff, but this is probably my favorite right here. And the batteries, this battery, you charge it up, it'll last, 2 of these will last any pruning job. They don't wear out. I've tried some of the 24 volts, some of the smaller stuff. Those are no good. I just kind of stopped all that. You need the higher voltage to get the power and the length on the battery. My personal opinion, totally. This is the greatest. Man, this baby. And the electric chainsaw, you ladies will love this. My wife loves using this. We sold hundreds of cut Christmas trees in December. It's kind of a Christmas forest, Santa's forest. It's fun. We sell as many cut trees as we do living trees. And this is what we use. This one tool we use to cut the ends off the bottom for a fresh cut so it can take up more water. This handled hundreds of cuts. And the blade was still sharp when we were done. Now we're careful with it because we got hundreds of trees to cut, but this is just so handy. And I don't want some big burly man, you know. The ladies can do the work just as well as the guys do if I get them the right tools. It's lightweight, easy. They were struggling with the big gassed one. And those are kind of a pain. You got to choke them. This one, you put the battery in and go. This will handle most things up to about maybe a 4 inch and lower, easy. Up to about a 6 inch in there. You start to push it. You need a bigger tool. So this is a great little tool. It uses the same exact battery as the other one. So I've got the blower, I got the whole line. This is just a great, Rovi did a good thing for us with that. The other tool that I use mostly here at the Garden Center, a good set of pruners are going to make a huge difference. This is where the work really comes in. You get a bad set of pruners and this job just bites. It's just it's awful. You can't get through it, and so you tend to start prying back and forth. You destroy your pruners. You get a good blade. This is a Felco pruner. Felcos are probably the best at keeping their edge, lightweight, easy to use. You're probably going to have to go online to buy these because they're rather expensive. This is probably an $80 pruner. They're so expensive and they're stolen. I've tried to sell them here, and the contractors love to. Anyway, I won't go into my woes. Anyway, you probably go online. Look for these, but Felcos are a great pruners. The other ones that we do sell are Coronas downstairs. They're a solid steel. They're a little heavier, but it's a good hard steel that holds its blade. The main thing is, does it hold its Corona? Does have a good hard steel that holds its blade pretty well. It's just a little more cumbersome. It's important to size it, probably handle it. So they've got a man size, which is way too large even for me. And they've got a lady size, which I kind of prefer the Corona line. It's a little smaller to deal with. Just feel them, but that's another good set. Stay away from your $19.99 or lower kind of, I guess they're disposable. They just don't hold their blade. They just don't stay sharp, especially if you're putting back oak. So these heavy, hard woods, they just don't hold their blade. The other one is, sometimes we need to break out the loppers a little more often. You cannot take pruners. This is not only going to go into about maybe a ½ inch or less. So I know it says it can cut this much, but you're not strong. You're not Superman. You can't cut that. I can't do it. So maybe about ½ inch or so and smaller, I'll go hand prune. Once I get bigger than that, get the leverage on your side. Same thing. You need a good setup, good tool that's holds its blade, but the leverage helps you get it into things much, much better. Anyway, just school of hard knocks. I've destroyed several things where if you can't get through, you start to do this, and all of a sudden you put that leverage, it just takes those blades and goes, and it won't cut another thing after that. Really, my chainsaw, that's my number one. If it's bigger than this, for me, it's a chainsaw. I love my chainsaw. And for me, my wife, she grew up in the nursery. She thinks she knows everything about gardening. So I never prune while she's home. I always prune. I'm a gardener. It's hard to know when to stop. And so it helps me get further faster.